Hello, we're doing this. So if you look here, I'm going to do a 1 minute one because I want to talk about it. It's mostly going to be focusing on, if you see the big video, the clip is mostly going to be focusing on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because that would be like an easy thing to clip. And I don't, for anyone watching the clip, the other side just says Monday, Tuesday, but when you can see Thursday, it's just as free, but it's basically what the Thursday says. This is my first time on Friday being like late, because usually I'm like 5. But I'm doing Friday as well for the sort of like late. I'm also doing Cuphead on Friday because I feel like then I can go into the next day and be like, I'm gonna be up a bit later. Who cares? Don't need to worry about it too much. It's just gonna happen. I'm fine with it. And it'll be more like, yeah, sure, it's a thing. But yeah, that's sort of a clip. Here's the new update look. So yeah. And now to my face. Which this would be the earliest one because yesterday I had a haircut, but I did the buckshot roulette, which has the haircut. But this would be the earliest time where I'd be like, yay, have the haircut. The buckshot roulette, which is in August, which is hilarious. Yeah. I'm also watching Beast Games. I don't know how far I'll take it because I want to take it as far as I can. Not until the finale. Finale, I most likely will watch on Saturday. If there is the finale. I don't think there is the finale. There's a strong likelihood, but it is the finale. I mean, that would be the thing I'm reviewing Beast Games. Because I have talked about Beast Games. It is a thing. I know there's been controversy, but I'm curious. And I'm a curious person. And simple things like curiosity are things that'll be like, that'll hook me into like, yeah, I'll watch it. So yeah. Okay. I'm also going to talk because I'm going to be doing this, going downstairs to empty my washing. No, connect you. Thank you. Double page. Um, I'm gonna just quickly do my washing between the two because it's just my bedding, a pair of trousers, and I think like a sock. I think no, a pair of pants. If I just put in the dryer, but I'm just gonna fold quickly. Okay. Again, why can't I just go back to clips? So yeah, but it's not that bad. I've got like 4 videos I need to do, and it's 9, so all the things are out. So I was like, yay! I'm gonna quickly go down, quickly swap over, and then quickly come back up. Which was so that's not that bad overall. Yay! That is what I need to do. I love I'm still doing like Cuphead first. I don't know why I just like doing the Cuphead first, and I do making Cuphead. Maybe a different when I don't have all of these things where I'm just clipping things I'm gonna say because eventually I'm going to run out of things I'm to say. And like that's a good thing to talk about because then I can use a thought area as a making. Because first I bring it up with everyone here, so they're like, "Oh yeah, now I know what you're talking about," etc., etc. Yeah, it's a really cool trick that I've got, which is somewhat stupid. I don't know. Maybe not. Where's the thing? Okay. No. Da, 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 ba, da, 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 da. Okay, so let's go. Okay. Let's carry on. I don't know why I keep saying okay. Because I keep doing that and I need to stop. Okay. I need to move. I keep doing it. And it's like weird because I type like me going, okay. It's like an automatic response. I don't know why. It's like, okay. Okay, I need to do this. I need to do that. I'm going to think about actively not doing it because it doesn't make it entertaining. It just makes me being like, okay. 5 minutes later, okay. It's not fun or entertaining in any way. Yeah, that is what I need to do. I need to stop. I keep being okay. Okay, so here. I love the on this day is like above the making. They have the two makings on next to each other. Like, all in this together, bestie neighbors we are next to each other today. Also, I love that I'm not even touching the books. Actually, no, I'll touch that because I'll do it on the day that I'm doing it. I'll talk about it on the day, and then the clip will be for the next day. And I'm fine with that because that will be kind of fitting. Okay, let's do this. I have my tongue thing. There's like something on my tongue and I hate it. I love that I have cinnamon filling. And then the next one is, by the way, it fell out. Which is hilarious. Same day where I was like, yeah, by the way, I'm having a hiccup. That's more like, that legitimately actually happened. I don't think I mentioned where I was going afterwards. And then I came back. Which is weird, but this time, I do know where I'm going. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of question. Because I don't think I need that. Although I have Fallout, but it looks like Fallout is fell out. What charm do you need? Chalice. Okay, Google. How do you spell Miss Chalice the character? Okay, I'm gonna go with this. Great. Okay, so 9, that would be 10:44. I'd like to say technically today's the last time I need to fill this out. Because I know what I would be doing for Sunday's one, which is basically the Deaths one again, because that is coming back. Which is really fun. Anyway, so let's boot up to here. Okay, then I need to just transfer. I think I realized with me checking the sound constantly, I don't have the. By the way, I accidentally forgot to show a stream, and it's just me reacting to a gameplay because I'm like, is the sound good? Oh no, I'm still. Okay, so I need to put circle. Okay, no, that's circle because that's multicolored. And oh, because it's doing circus. Okay, shut up. Circle. Just circle. Fed back to my disease. Okay, I'm trying the other one. Oh, thank you. Yeah, if you have an idea, obviously for the time being, because of technicalities, I won't be able to implement it. Uh, because it's a 5 day, and I'm coming to you with Cuphead today. But if you want to like send TikTok sounds or like fun ideas, sure, I'm fine with it. I'm down for like a fun idea. I'll also be down if it's like something to talk about. I'll definitely be down with like talking about it here if you want me to. So if you want to like bring up an idea, yeah, sure, I'm fine with that. Sorry, I didn't see you for a bit. Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't know what you was spelling, and I am sometimes stupid. No, these are sort of like steampunky gloves because I made it a steampunk outfit. I might try and redo that. Okay, I need to repause this because I don't get it. If it's what I think it is, the answer is no. The answer is also, I'm only here to ask you to kick your feet up for the videos. OFC, don't know what that is. You made them. You made them. Question, clarification, I'm being dumb. I have no idea what you're saying. Mostly because sometimes... Oh, vibes, not videos. Of course means PF course. OF. Okay. Sorry. With some signs I don't get because I've said this before. I've sort of got like certain things with like words I'm bad with because I've got the two combo of dyslexia and speaking language. So some words I don't get because I don't know they exist or I don't know how they are spelled. Oh, that I do. I get AF. That's uh, yeah, I'm dyslexic. A bunch with a whole bunch of like different things. Dyslexic, speaking language disorder, ADHD, Asperger's. I don't think I'm allowed to use Asperger's. I think it's autistic spectrum. But I was diagnosed in like in the 90s where that was a thing. Yeah, kind of like I've kind of got used to it at this point, and I've also taking ADHD medication nowadays. So mostly it's not that bad anymore. But like when you don't know a lot of things, and sometimes like, oh yeah. Sometimes I will clearly just point out where I don't get it. I'm fine with like being like, yeah, I don't get what you mean because I don't see that as like, oh yeah, that's because I'm this and that. I did have a huge point, and I am trying to stop it. There was a huge point, a point in my life where I was like, oh, this will. ADHD is more like hyperfocusation. Uh, right for. So yeah, it's about like focus, which I get hyperfixated on a couple of things sometimes. Whereas like I get like if you see to my left, I have over I think 30 to 40 board games right there. No, as in the medication. Oh yeah. I don't think I don't think there's any medication to help dyslexia because the way that I think the way I've heard dyslexia being described is it's sort of like you can't really certain words don't sound right and you can't imagine it in your head. And I'm like, yeah, that the medicine makes me more able to focus. So that's the plan because I'm getting like because I have nothing at the moment with job prospects. Besides this, but debatably, currently YouTube and Twitch does not pay me. So I'm trying to see if I can get that up. I'm still going to try and find a job even if I'm like all of a sudden. I do sometimes kick my feet up, but because currently I don't have a job, I have a couple of things I'm doing, but eventually, I'm not one of those persons like eventually when I'm going to job, I'm happy. It's just a lot's happening at the moment. This house is being sold. In like the end of the year, there's going to be something special happen, but it's not to do with me specifically, so I'm not going to mention it. It's something to do with my family. There's like a big event happening. It's one of those events where it's like I don't know if I can mention it because it's not about me, and I don't think they want to be on. No, this is my parents' house. I still live with my parents, and the thing is, it's big, and my parents split ages ago. It's not a thing that affects me nowadays. It was like I think they split when I was like 10. I do mention that because that is something that does affect me because I have talked about it before, and it's like yeah, that's a thing. And it's not a thing, that problem with me, because one, again, it wasn't that bad. The thing is that a lot of people don't know is that, like, you say that, and, like, it's like a lot of people, like, oh yeah, they were really close with both families, and they are confused why they left. For me, it's like I didn't really spend time with my dad, which, for him, I kind of get, because he was a lawyer, and he was, like, really busy. And then I think he realized after that where it's like, oh, maybe I should do a bit more. Not to be like, oh yeah, maybe I should do a bit more because I didn't do anything, yada, yada, yada. But it's like, I didn't feel anything because I don't know if I felt like it was going to happen, but it just was just a thing that happened. It was like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. But that happened. So, but to the main point, there's only two people living in this house, and this house is big. I don't need the space. Mum doesn't need the space. Yeah, I live with my mum. And what we're doing is we're having the house be smaller because I don't think I need that overall. In general. So in general, we're thinking of like creating the space to be a bit smaller because neither of us need it. And again, my upbringing is weird. I do always admit that it's a little bit weird because I've got a lot of things. I'm also, I think another thing that I brought up before, like, because I like talking about things about my life and like how I grew up. I also talked about like how I'm a donut mum a bit. Not too much, because again, I can't say too much of the details. Not because there's anything wrong, just because it's nothing. It's, that happened. Also, I effed up once. I effed up once really bad. It's one of those things where I'm like, I feel like that would make a good, and if anyone wants to take this and turn this into a Reddit story, there's one story which I'm like, am I the asshole? And I know the answer is yes. Is because in 2015, in 2010, I put a genetic thing that's like, do you know the website which is like the DNA matches and all of that stuff, right? That does like your DNA's from like part Europe, part Spain, that type of thing. I think it was like Ancestry, if you know the specific one. It's not important for this, but like, this really sounds like a Reddit story. Sorry, I sometimes just really love Shane reading Reddit. And then what happens is I had a story where like, it's charm, not calm. Anyway, I had this thing where I knew about my sort of biological, quote unquote, like father, again. And then I was like, oh, that's interesting. I think I told like two people, which is someone that my dad knew that was romantic in that sort of way, and someone else. I think it was like, I don't think it was mom. I think it was someone else, but I don't know who. I think it was Chantel. I don't know 100%. Why am I mentioning names? I shouldn't mention names. Chantel. Why am I mentioning that? Beep. But I saw through that, and then I sort of like, it's not that I don't know, is that I think they prefer to stay quiet about who they are. It's not like I'm going to be like, oh, you don't know who I am. You know who I am. You see my face. But I didn't tell my sister. And I said I had my sister, and it's in one of the TikToks ages ago that, I don't know that you can see it's like someone gives fun facts. There's one thing that is there, which is basically the idea that I didn't tell my sister any of this until like 2023, like 2 years ago. And she was doing she did medical, but she did a year away to do sort of like learning about like births and this, etc., etc. But she was like, I didn't tell her for like 7 years because I'm like, I don't think it's important. Like me, I feel like, and then when I realized that it really upset my sister, I'm like, I was the asshole for like not saying this because like I'm like, oh shoot, it is really important. It wasn't in me because I'm like, this is just a guy. Oh no, it's okay. But like over, if you want to, I'm gonna have it. But the one thing that I always say is like, yeah, fully. I should have said something because like, theoretically, even if it didn't mean anything to me, and like, I didn't mean because I was never gonna meet up with the guy. Respectfully, and you are fully correct. Like, even if I was never going to see the guy or even care, I should have said something. I should have been like, by the way, I have a genetic match and this. Oh. Okay, allow. Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, it's less that I didn't want to, because it was just a guy at that point, and I think, even then, I think most likely when I think 2015, I was like 16, so like, I'm not gonna like go over and have a whole thing with him, because I don't know him too well enough that I could like make a connection, but I should have told my sister. I also say that my dad was a bit, because what happened was in 2022, one person was like, "Oh, I'm gonna give this to my wife," and like that happened. And then we learnt about that, and then he contacted me in like 2022, but I didn't know how to use Facebook back then, so I just ignored it. So, and then he texted me in 2023 again, and I was trying to connect to people because I just left my job. And then I was like, oh, I should look into this. And then I told my sister, and then my dad was like, Joe, he was a terrible person for being like, and like he was saying the father who was trying to connect to me, because he's like, oh, he's an a-hole, because like, oh, I was promised anonymity, I was promised like that you would never know about the other side, etc., etc., etc. And my question through all of this is like, all overall, uh, overall, he didn't do anything wrong because he was looking into information, and it's a very complicated situation because overall it's very weird. So, so I like saying this. I don't go into too much details about why because that's not with me. But this is something that I talked through because it's the same reason why there was a review a while back for the babies thing, like the man with 1,000 babies, and I talked about it because like one, it does affect me, and I talk about it because it is part of my history. I also would like to say that show just made me effed up. That documentary of like one guy who just messed up the system so bad because I'm so terrified now of anyone I meet that they're like, oh, this, because the guy who did it like I think legally, but it was so terrifying. Anyway, okay, need to move this here. Yeah, it's not the end of the episode. Because it's just bonuses. Ooh. How many episodes is Beast Games?
According to Radio Times, there are a total of 10 episodes of Beast Games on Prime Video. With its weekly releases, viewers can stay tuned up until Thursday the 13th of February, when the final episode is scheduled to drop.
Okay. So there are still a couple more episodes left. Okay. Almost a 16. Yeah. Also, I know this is technically incorrect, but I don't know why I keep imagining it. It's like, you put your money on you risk your entire, like, £5 million on chance. Chance from Smosh comes. I just like word puns. It's stupid. I admit it's stupid. But, it's just a pun. What is the challenge? Oh, it's push-up challenges, and push-up challenges are terrible. Because Okay. So many... 16 push-ups is respectable. 21 push-ups is all. Yeah. Okay. 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 Ooh. Jesus. You got people that yeah, that seems like what happened. What the Okay. Okay. Place it there. And save. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's yeah. It's track because like if they're probably like we've got everything but we don't have track. So okay, so it's on this one. Okay, so I need to just turn that down. Okay. December, so January the 24th. Which is not here. Okay, okay. So what I'm gonna do first is just quickly search it in the big videos. I don't think it is based on what this is, but I wouldn't be surprised. I think that when I begin on this day, I missed so many, and some didn't appear. I think. So I don't know. Maybe it's like it didn't appear. Maybe it didn't. So okay. So January the 24th. Yeah, it's also not here. It's January the 19th and January the 27th. I'm gonna double check on here. Yeah, January 23rd.
Filter that gives you an accurate nickname based on how you look. Okay, so apparently.
Van Nick. Yeah, it's pulling a monster truck, which I know is like supposedly like a challenge, but it's like so. I was like, why would you want to do it? I don't know how we're gonna do it on the other ones. That's gonna be interesting. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Again, it's just so hard. It just looks like what? Oh, that looks painful. It looks painful. Oh, that is so. Again, one, why was that one do that is insane, but like that is actually making my chest out. That's so messed up. Okay. Okay. So there. I can't really pass an IQ, guys, to be completely honest. Like, yeah. Because not only do you lose, you are like, yep. The strategy could be like doing all the questions that you can do easily, and then testing some of the ones you don't know, and then just hoping that gives enough for like half. Also, I just realized it's the thumbnail, which is use space. And it's so messed up because not only are like, you're the dumbest, it's like, and now you're out. And now you out, and now you lose. Which is dark, but it's also like, oh, well, that means I'm dumb. That means I am not intelligent. So that's something that you have to deal with. Okay. Okay. The reason why I'm keeping this now is because technically I need it for wait, did I not transfer the making? No, I should have. It's bad teeth. No, I need photos. You can have it. I thought it was after the review, it's not. It's before. So, do anything I need to set up everything and move everything around. Because that's the thing I need to do, obviously. Anyway. Oh, no, the other one. I don't think it's that one. Yeah, it's that one. Test, 1, 2, 3. Test, 1, 2, 3. And it works, people. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what. Also, technically, I love that I've got season 1 and 2, and I'm not that I can merge the two. I'm like, no, I'm not going to. Wait, no, I missed one. Shoot, it's not that one. Also, I do need this one. It's because I don't have an image for it. I forgot to take an image of it. Shoot. But that doesn't matter because it is up here on my notes. Which is the only thing that matters and doesn't make me go, and let's watch so many others. Okay. Let's go here. I need to rewatch it. That's 3 seasons of it. And I maybe could. Like, do 1 season every so often between the other stuff. Because I do need to watch some new stuff. And I could do that after. I'm gonna do Alien, and then I'll do that. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it after Alien. Alien 3, then watch one season, and then the next. I might watch it before. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I'm being really weird, and okay. What was I? Why am I here? And everything. Okay. Move, please. So most likely I'll watch one season of anime, go back and watch one season of the other series, and why did I just drop? I dropped nothing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just being slow. Test, 1, 2, 3. Test, 1, 2, 3. What do you mean like an hour? Test, 1, 2, 3. That I'm doing 2. I do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then copy this. So. Anyway, let's get into this. So, time to let's use that as a dud. So, your crew is what again? Got it. So yeah, this show that exists. I heard about it in like Skeleton Crew, and legitimately I thought it was going to be something different. Because I thought it was going to be like, okay, we have like, because I didn't hear much about it besides Skeleton Crew, and I heard the idea of what Skeleton Crew means, being a small crew. And I thought it was a series on like, sort of like, by the way, we have this ship that we're sort of like driving around, maybe like doing deliveries, maybe doing this, and technically we need like, what would make it really efficient would be like 10 people are here doing stuff. But nope. This show's good. It's really entertaining. I don't have much to talk about it because I don't know. It's not going to be a short. It's not going to be 3 minutes. It's not going to be a full 10. It's fun. It's entertaining. And besides a couple of things which I'm going to say spoilers, besides one, there's a robot, and his whole design looks awesome. Definitely the moments where you have like this, it's like a robot that's not really working, so it's a little bit broken, and you see like something pop out of the eye. I'm like, oh, that feels. It doesn't feel like the same way that you might see like gore with humans and that happening, but it just goes, oh, why is that in your? Why is it there? But yeah, let's move on. So I like the fact that it builds up this, like, what's happening, what's going on, and overall it stops and ends all of it. And I like the idea that you have a sort of Jedi who I don't know was trained or anything, or like even half trained, later on be like, turn into a villain, turn into the bad guy. And I know there's one in the series that was cancelled because I know a lot of people didn't like it, but that's besides the point. The one thing I do like about this, it's he's here. He does his like he's looks like a Jedi. When you learn more about him, he's like, who are you, and what do you want? And it becomes more and more creepier. And it's like, okay, I don't trust trust you. And you learn more about that. And every time, I'm ignoring about the time because I want to talk about a couple other things that you learn is so interesting. I also love that one of the characters has sort of like cybernetic enhancements in a way. Definitely with like the visor and like some things. But the one thing I like more specifically, rather than, by the way, this looks cool, and I feel like this is the first time that you have, besides one like nearly robot looking cyborg, I don't think there's many main like characters. I don't know, there's like one off the side or maybe one on the thing, but there's not many main people who are sort of like cybernetic. But I like the whole thing about like, oh, I can't do sometimes things because like some things mess up with like her things in her head, and it's like sometimes I can't do things that everyone else can do. And I like that. I also like the idea that immediately when the kids come back, it's like no one trusts them because you just left, and from their perspective, it's like, oh, I'm an ambassador. Oh, this person can be trusted. Lead the way. I can show you where we need to go. And I like it. But I think it's a really interesting show. So yeah, I think it's interesting. I like the dynamics. And weirdly enough, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, what about like these are, you can have sort of like children. Do you get like them being like, oh, these are like child. They are really good actors. But I do think this is worth watching. So yeah. So yeah, I hope you enjoy and good night. So, your crew is what again? Skeleton Crew Season 1 review. Hashtag Skeleton Crew. Hashtag Season 1. Hashtag review. I just realized I'll probably be bad at putting it down. Just be bad at putting it here. The reason why I don't mind doing it later because most likely I'll do the game recording and I'll just edit it tomorrow with a bunch of other stuff. And then Sunday I'll do a bit earlier because like I need to still edit that. That means there'll be so many editing. That's besides it. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Skeleton Crew. Sci-fi. Oh. Oh, that sounds. And you die to your death. Ah. You're not a genius. You are absolutely horrible. I've. Ooh, I think that is correct. Oh. Oh wait. Oh. Because intelligence tests don't always prove who's the smartest. It's just who's the best at memorizing and doing IQ stuff. Because I'm bad at IQ tests. I'm not saying I'm smart, but like I might be smart in specific areas. So it's a double-edged sword. Okay. Okay. So just aw, goodbye. Just like. So yeah, I hope you enjoy and good night. For now, until I come back for Cuphead. Not Cuphead. Oh, it is Cuphead. Okay, bye. Bye.